We'll begin with security matters. The renewed offensive operations by troops of Operation Turatake Bango under Operation Lafia Dole Theater has continued to inflict casualty on the Boko Haram terrorists and the Islamic State of West Africa province criminals. A statement by the Director, Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Mohammed Yerima, says among the latest exploits is the ambush by troops on terrorists along Road Banki Junction, Polka Axis, Borno State, killing 2 of the most wanted terrorist commanders. Brigadier General Yerima notes that several arms were recovered from the criminals. The Chief of Army Staff, Major General Ibrahim Atahiru, commended the troops for the feat and further charged them to intensify aggressive clearance of the Sambisa forests and environs. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Air Force says troops of the 271 Nigerian Air Force Detachment on 13th February 2021 foiled an ambush set up by a group of more than 100 armed bandits at Angwanwaya near Gwari in Kaduna State. In a press release issued by the NAF Directorate of Public Relations and Information, the gallant troops were able to fight their way through the ambush, killing dozens of bandits in the process. Unfortunately, some NAF personnel paid the supreme price during the operation, while a few others sustained varying degrees of injuries. The injured personnel are currently receiving treatment at the NAF hospital in Kaduna. The Chief of the Air Staff, Air Vice Marshal Oladayo Amo, on behalf of the officers, airmen, airwomen, and civilian staff of the Nigerian Air Force, commiserates with the families of the fallen heroes and prays that the Almighty God grants their souls peaceful repose. The Benue State Command of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has confiscated close to 2 tons of substance suspected to be cannabis, weighing over 1,000 kilograms within the month of February. Deputy State Commander Operations and Investigation, who spoke with NTA News, says 3 suspects were also arrested in connection with illicit drug trafficking. Godwin Inaligu reports.
The State Deputy Commander of NDLEA, Femi Agbualu, says that from the beginning of February 2021, the command's motorized patrol team intercepted an empty Mercedes truck from Oka in Anambra State to Lafia at Taraku along Otukpo Makudi Road without passengers. He said the NDLEA officials in the area, after curious suspicion, checked the truck and discovered a compartment loaded with a substance suspected to be cannabis sativa, also known as marijuana.
Close examination on opening the first compartment, 600 bags or 600 compressed blocks of cannabis sativa, popularly known as marijuana, were neatly concealed inside the compartment.
Mr. Agbualu explained that one suspect was arrested and taken to the command's facility and that a case has been filed for his prosecution. Similarly, on the 5th of February 2021, the commander said the state team went to say Adu in Guma local government area of the state on intelligence and uncovered a warehouse loaded with 56 jumbo sacks of cannabis sativa. The commander said a mother and her son, who are the farmers of the cannabis sativa, were apprehended and taken to the command's facility awaiting prosecution. He warned that the command will not rest until the last drug dealer is arrested and brought to book. In Makfudi, Godwin Inaligu, NTA News.
Now to a bit of infrastructure development. Kano State's Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje has lauded the execution of numerous projects by the Buhari administration in the state. The governor was speaking at the swearing-in ceremony of newly elected chairman of the state's 44 local government councils. Abdullahi Mustafa has details.
It was an assembly of Kano APC stakeholders, including members of the national and state assemblies, political office holders and party leaders. They came to witness the swearing-in of local council chairmen elected few weeks ago. Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, who presided over the event, enjoined them to promote the ideals of the APC as been done by President Muhammadu Buhari.
We are fully aware of the road construction that is going on from Kano to Kaduna, from Kaduna to Abu Abuja. The road construction, which is going on from Kano to Maiduguri, and then the road construction from Kano to Katsina.
Other critical projects are the Ajakuta-Kaduna-Kano gas pipeline and recently flagged off Kano-Katsina Maradi rail project, which he described as key to the physical, social and economic well-being of people within and beyond the state. While assuring of execution of complementary projects by the state government, the governor enjoined the new council chairman to do same at the grassroots. In Kano, Abdullahi Mustafa, NTA News.
The newly constructed 9.3-kilometer road in Aba, Abia State by Governor of the state, Okeze Ikpeazu, has been inaugurated by his Akwa Ibom State counterpart, Governor Udom Emmanuel. The road, which traverses 2 local government areas, is to open up economic potentials of the state. Benson Osadebe reports.
Show this road to the glory of God the Father, Amen. The Son, Amen. And the Holy Spirit. Amen.
The inaugurated road is said to be of great economic importance to Southeast and South-South as it links Abia to Akwa Ibom State. Governor Udom Emmanuel commended the quality of work done and urged people of the state to continue their support for Governor Ikpeazu.
Show me your friend, and I'll tell you who you are. So let me encourage him that I drove how many kilometers, not even 1.2.
To Governor Ikpeazu, the road will boost commercial, economic and social activities between Abia and Akwa Ibom states as more synergy between both states is being fostered.
This road, it is not a cosmetic road, neither is it a political road. It is a road that will add oxygen and ventilate the city of Aba and give access to those who want to go to Onitsha, Lagos, Enugu, Port Harcourt and the rest of Nigeria from here.
The state deputy governor, other top government functionaries and party leaders who were in attendance described the project as a landmark achievement for Governor Okeze Ikpeazu. In Aba, Benson Osadebe, NTA News.
Let's join Dotun Ogunyemi in our Lagos Network Center for more stories from that axis. Hello, Dotun. It's good to see you.
So much, Ayodeji. Combined security personnel are still managing the Lekki toll gates to forestall any breach of law and order by anyone under the guise of the End SARS protest. Adeola Komiakere was at the plaza for an update.
Vehicular movement at the Lekki Toll Plaza is going smoothly, no hindrances whatsoever, and no protester is on site. I have spoken with the DPO of Maroko Police Division. Although he declined a camera interview, he said everywhere has been peaceful all morning, and they are going to be here until the CP of Lagos State, Hakeem Odumosu, says otherwise. Meanwhile, it is expected the Nigerian youth will be law-abiding and allow peace to reign, as government is still trying to build back public infrastructure that was destroyed as a result of the peaceful End SARS protest that was hijacked by hoodlums. In Lagos, Adeola Komiakere, NTA News.
And in other news, Nigeria's creative and entertainment industry is set for a rebirth as the federal government signs a memorandum of understanding with the Bankers Committee for the restoration of the National Arts Theatre Igomo, Lagos. The agreement for the private sector-funded 21 billion naira project is facilitated by the Central Bank of Nigeria. Signing the agreement on behalf of the federal government, the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, said government has the creative Nigerian youth in mind and hopes to provide the right environment for them to harness their talents by refurbishing and restoring the National Theatre as a 21st century creative hub.
An additional 600 permanent and 2,000 to 3,000 call-off jobs will be created.
I want to thank most especially the President, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, for his vision and his brilliance in seeing the immense potentials in rehabilitating this monument, particularly its benefits to the mass population of our youth.
Central Bank of Nigeria's Governor Godwin Emefiele said the Apex Bank brought the body of bankers to the table to fund the project, which has the potential to generate about 35,000 direct and indirect jobs for Nigerians during and after its completion.
In the next 4 weeks. So you see work going on concurrently on different areas of this edifice. So we are saying, by the special grace of God, in 2023, by the time President Muhammadu Buhari plans to bow out, he will commission this edifice.
But for me, I don't only see the National Art Theatre. I see a future. I see a Lagos of my dream.
The ceremony also witnessed the award of the contract for the first phase of the project, which is to be completed in 15 months. Minister of Works and Housing Babatunde Fashola says the APC revalidation exercise provides an opportunity to build an enduring database for membership, as well as creates a platform for prospective members to benefit from the party's welfareism initiatives. He said this after revalidating his membership at Ward G3 in Itolo Street on the Surulere local government area in Lagos. Musa Toliat reports.
The Works and Housing Minister, Babatunde Fashola, accompanied by his wife, Abimbola, and the Managing Director, Federal Housing Authority, St. Obinga Shafa, said the APC registration exercise is vital to identifying and keeping old members while propagating the ideals of the party to encourage more membership, especially the youth population.
It just brings an opportunity also for people who have been looking for an opportunity to taste political experience to register now as members of our own party and begin to integrate from the primary level, which is the unit level. So I want to commend the National Committee mandated with this responsibility, and also to thank President Buhari for showing the leadership and the example by his registration, which then propelled all of us and all the other national leaders of the party who have gone to do the same.
He urged every member of the ruling party to mobilize members to participate in the registration exercise. The APC revalidation and registration exercise is taking place simultaneously in all the wards and 120,000 polling stations across the country. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
And that's it from here. Let's now take a break. Nationwide continues shortly.
Hello, I bring you wonderful news. The village headmaster is coming back to your screen. Mo wire abi mi o wire.
Teacher no mo, a fẹ́ lọ wá nǹkan jẹ. Teacher jọ̀wọ́, a fẹ́ lọ wá nǹkan jẹ. Ọmọ onírẹsì ti dé.
Go na better school for last gidi. Not be all this on a rugged school for Ijabi. I don't know for you.
Second, it's called Oja Village. Kadesi. We know happy at all.
And I know that even you too, you are getting a lot of orders. Hey, we are trying, Shao. Sweep her leg out. She was standing there. Sweep it.
I love you so much.
And how did I give you the impression that I was interested in that position?
50-year anniversary.
You mean anniversary?
I mean, I talk with that now.
Not for me. Not for me because of Pamio.
Focus on the game changer, His Excellency Governor Abdullahi Sule of Nasarawa State.
Broadcasting in a digital economy, Maxwell Logo gives an insight. This edition also features Nancy Naji of AIT, a name synonymous with business. Meet the NCDC boss, Dr. Chikwe Ihekweazu. TV Guide, your indispensable companion, also x-rays the relevance of social media in the modern society. Meet some TV professionals who have impacted their spaces and other inspiring stories in sports, entertainment, and lots more. Grab a copy at the vendor near you or NTA stations nationwide. TV Guide, your indispensable companion.
The second wave of the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic is upon us.
To safeguard lives of our people, government has signed the health protection regulations, which makes wearing a face mask mandatory in public places.
Wear a mask. Keep social and physical distancing. Avoid crowded places. Wash your hands regularly with soap and clean water. And use hand sanitizer.
COVID-19 is real. Do not be infected. Do not spread it. This message is brought to you by the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA.
You're welcome back to Abuja. Ekiti State Governor Dr. Kayode Fayemi says the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, would always work towards the success of all policies and programs of the federal government. Dr. Fayemi, who is also the chairman, Nigeria Governors Forum, gave the indication while revalidating his party's membership at his hometown, Isan Ekiti. Ayodeji Ogunshaki reports that the senator representing Ekiti Central Senatorial District, Opeyemi Bamidele, also joined in revalidating his membership.
As the APC membership registration and revalidation exercise continue across the country, the state governor, who is also the chairman Governors Forum, Dr. Fayemi, and his wife joined other members to revalidate their membership at their unit 11 at Ishan Ekiti. Dr. Fayemi enjoined party members to ensure mobilization for the exercise, most especially at the grassroots for the success of the party at future elections.
The process has been seamless. My expectation is that every other person who comes in to register or revalidate their registration in our party.
Similarly, Senator representing Ekiti Central Senatorial District and the Chairman Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters, Senator Opeyemi Bamidele, also revalidated his party membership at Ekiti Ward B, as he described the exercise as affirmation of the cardinal principle of democracy the APC preaches.
The issues that confront us as a country, but for APC to be able to further address this, there's a need for the party also to further entrench itself on the minds of Nigerians, entrench itself on the streets of Nigeria.
Other members of the party are equally revalidating their membership at the various designated centers in the state. From Ado-Ekiti, Ayodeji Ogunshaki, NTA News.
In another development, the re-registration and revalidation exercise, which is ongoing nationwide, the people of Ebonyi State have been trooping out en masse to express willingness to stand with the party and President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration. Chika Okorie reports that the state deputy governor, Dr. Kelechi Igwe, was among stakeholders who applauded the exercise.
Exercise which has seen so many Nigerians in Ebonyi State declaring their interest to align with the present administration by becoming members of the APC also has old members in their numbers reaffirming their position with the ruling party. Among them is the Ebonyi State Deputy Governor Dr. Kelechi Igwe, who debunked the allegation of leaving APC soon.
There's nobody in Ebonyi State today that will indict this administration or the governor for non-performance. That shows that having come to the mainstream of politics in Nigeria and partisanship, that Ebonyi people will benefit more.
While appraising the exercise, the State Caretaker Committee Chairman Chief Stanley Okoro Emeha and other party faithful explained that the exercise is well planned and hitch-free.
I commend highly the National Working Committee of our great party
for coming up with this design. And the future of Ebonyi lies in APC. I will appeal to my people to please join the winning train.
I registered today in Progressive Party, which is APC, so that I'll be able to decide who I want to govern me.
Stakeholders also used the opportunity to spread the message of an indivisible country. In Abakaliki, Chika Okore, NTA News.
For more on APC revalidation, let's join Suleiman Abdullahi Rigachikun in our Kaduna Network Center. Hello, Suleiman. Take it up from here.
Thank you very much, Ayodeji, and welcome to Kaduna. Still on revalidation, Minister of Environment Mahmoud Muhammad says the APC-led government will continue to deliver development projects that will be of great impact on the lives of Nigerians. He was speaking shortly after revalidating his APC membership in Kaduna. Muhammad Umar Ajingi reports.
The Minister of Environment joins other APC members at the Tudunwada polling unit, revalidating his membership of the party.
So I am calling on all and sundry to come and revalidate, and for new entrant to come and register with APC. I assure you, this is just the beginning of progress for Nigeria under APC by the grace of God.
Similarly, the Kaduna State Deputy Governor Hadiza Balarabi also revalidates her membership of the All Progressive Congress at Gwantua and Sanga local government area of the state. They called on all party members to ensure they register. In Kaduna, I am Muhammad Umar Ajingi, NTA News.
In line with present administration's drive to create jobs for Nigerians, the federal government special public works program has kicked off in Kaduna State with 23,000 beneficiaries. Ahmad Umar Kuda reports that beneficiaries are in high spirit.
This signals the commencement of the federal government special public works program in Sabangaru local government area of Kaduna State. The program will be carried out under the supervision of the National Directorate of Employment. The selected beneficiaries are now to carry out environmental sanitation related works and receive 20,000 naira monthly stipend.
It is a privilege being a part of this program, and I really appreciate the recognition by the current administration of President Muhammad Buhari for recognizing how people are and creating this program.
I'm very grateful for this program. I'm very happy for it. I hope this will be helping us.
Kaduna State Coordinator of the National Directorate of Employment, Sani Mewada, is optimistic about the impact of the program, emphasizing the need for effective participation of beneficiaries.
You have seen where we have demonstrated the work, how it should be. So that is why we are in Sabangari local government. We have invited almost all the participants considering the COVID-19 protocol.
The program is designed to last for 3 months with selected beneficiaries across the country. In Kaduna, Ahmad Umar Kudang, NTA News.
As part of efforts to make the Almajiri children useful to the society and enhance their living condition, Jigawa State Government is to integrate Almajiri schools into modern education curriculum. Governor Muhammad Badar Abubakar stated this in a message to the closing of this year's State Quranic Recitation Competition. Muhammad Musa Askira has the details.
Concerned by the difficulties of living and the deprivation of formal education the Almajiri pupils are subjected to, among many other challenges, coupled with the great deal of knowledge accumulated by those of them who commute the entire Quran to memory with its commentary and are not well recognized by the formal system of government, the state government has embarked upon the processes of formalizing the system so that the pupils and students will benefit from both educations and be more productive to the state and the nation as a whole. To actualize this, the Jigawa State government has already provided 516 formal study centers for the Almajiri to be exposed to the both systems of education. This is in addition to the federal government's 40 units of Almajiri boarding school spread across the state, with each center containing more than 150 pupils.
What we are doing today is part of the solution to the problem of religious intolerance in Nigeria. If people understand what Quran is saying, what the hadith of Prophet Muhammad is saying about Islam, there will be no religious intolerance.
We're lucky we got a grant from UBEC
about 45 Sangha schools have been established. First, we had 5 about 2 years ago. This year, last year, 2020, we were able to get about 30 additional ones.
Scholar at the event is of the view that if the government finally achieves that process, it will go a long way in addressing the religious intolerance among other faith-related crises facing the country.
We live with the Christians, we live with the Jews in peace. Why don't we live between ourselves also in peace?
The Quranic recitation competition participated by contestants from across the state has revealed the art of Quranic recitation, understanding of the Quranic meanings, and the application of the knowledge acquired in solving the real-life problems facing the Muslim community in Nigeria. Abdulaziz Abdullahi Ringim and Zainab Abdullahi emerged the overall winners in the male and female categories of the competition. Prizes were presented to the winners in all categories of the competition. Muhammad Musa Askira, NTA News.
With that report by Askira is back to Ayodeji in Abuja for more on Nationwide. Good afternoon.
Thanks, Suleiman. Let's continue with Nationwide. A total of 2,560 rural and vulnerable women are to benefit from a federal government special grant in Kwara State. Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Hajia Sadia Umar Farouk, at the flag-off of the grant in Ilorin, Kwara State, says the grant is expected to increase access to financial capital required for economic activities by the rural, poor and vulnerable women. Raliat Ibrahim has the report.
The special grant, which is a one-off grant, is targeted at some of the poorest and most vulnerable women in rural Nigeria. In Kwara State, a total of 2,560 rural and vulnerable women will benefit from the cash grant of 20,000 naira each. Ruth Obebe is visually impaired and one of the beneficiaries.
I don't even expect such today. I'm very happy. I will use it to boost my business because I have what I'm doing before.
With this now, I'll be able to go a long way in the production of liquid soap and local production of pomade. We appreciate the federal government for deeming it fit to carry women with disability along.
Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Hajia Sadia Umar Farouk, is hopeful that the beneficiaries would make good use of the grant to increase their income, enhance their food security and contribute towards improving their standard of living.
I have personally witnessed the life-changing experiences of people below the poverty line and those that are vulnerable to shocks that have now made a positive turnaround after benefiting from this program.
Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdurazak says the grant is another show of love for vulnerable people by President Muhammadu Buhari.
Mr. President's exceptional interest in the welfare of the poor people is one of those things that stands him out amongst his peers.
The grant is one of President Muhammadu Buhari's social inclusion and poverty reduction agenda designed to lift 100 million Nigerians out of poverty in 10 years. Raliat Ibrahim, NTA News.
From Mina comes a report that 4,000 women cut across the 25 local government areas of Niger State are to receive 20,000 naira each from the latest ongoing federal government social investment program to rural women to serve as a startup grant to boost their businesses. Fatima Usman reports.
The 20,000 naira special cash grant program for rural women and the vulnerable in Nigeria is part of the vision of President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration to lift 100 million Nigerians out of poverty in 10 years. The initiative is also aimed at consolidating on the 2 billion naira conditional cash transfer of the present administration in Niger State.
This 20,000 will take me a long way because I'm running restaurants. I'm a widow of 20 years now. I was doing business before, but due to my leg problem, I cannot do anything now. I'm railing fowls.
Disbursed through Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management, the grant is therefore to increase the rural women's access to financial capital required for economic activities and growth, in which 4,000 vulnerable women are benefiting.
Therefore, us positively utilize the funds provided by engaging in income-generating activities that will improve your food security, standard of living, nation's economy.
We have seen the devastating effects of the COVID-19. Many entrepreneurs have gone under. With this kind of intervention, we believe many of these vulnerable groups will be lifted out of poverty.
The grant is earmarked to be disbursed to 150,000 poor rural women spread across the 36 states in Nigeria, including the FCT. In Mina, Fatima Usman, NTA News.
All right, reports just reaching us at the moment. We can authoritatively confirm to you that the CAF Confederation Cup match between Rivers United and Enyimba International of Aba has been put on hold in the 9th minute due to heavy downpour, which has made the pitch waterlogged. It's a CAF Confederation Cup playoff round between the two sides in the Nigeria Professional Football League. And of course, we'll await some other confirmed reports from the stadium to know if the match will still be played today. But as usual, we'll keep you updated as we get latest reports from the Aba Township Stadium. Let's continue with Nationwide. The African Union New Decade for Women's Financial and Economic Inclusion has domesticated in Nigeria. This was at the seal of partnership between African Union Economic, Social and Cultural Council Nigeria and non-governmental organizations in Abuja. Adebola Brooksland Sunday reports.
2020 to 2030 was declared the new decade for African women's financial and economic inclusion to make sure that women attain human dignity and break the chains of oppression. At the sideline of the 37th Heads of State and Government Summit of the African Union, the domestication in Nigeria is to serve as a working instrument to improve and expand women and girl-child financial, economic, social and political landscape.
The nexus between gender equality, peace and development, economic empowerment on the African continent can only be attained if women occupy high political and social positions.
DROMI is a panacea to the disadvantaged position in which women have found themselves over time in our society because of our structure and gender marginalization sustained by this arrangement.
Minister for Women Affairs Pauline Tallinn said her ministry is drawing support from development partners to address the average performance, challenges and chances for Nigerian women and girls towards contributing to the development of the continent.
The need for appropriate segmentation within the agricultural business chain beyond subsistence farming will also aid towards policy literacy within the sector.
Programs in the north.
The forum called on other African countries to replicate what Nigeria has done for the maximization of investment in women on the continent. Adebola Brooksland Sunday, NTA News.
Nigeria has joined other West African countries in a cashew development project aimed at adding value to the production, processing and export of cashew. Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Mohammed Sabo Nanono, constituted a committee that will work with relevant partners on the project. Musa Baba Aliyu reports.
Nigeria leads other African countries in cashew nut production, producing more than 240,000 tons annually. In 2019, Nigeria exported raw cashew nut worth more than 190 billion naira. These agricultural commodity analysts say it's insignificant considering the country's potential in the cash crop production. The Pro-Cashew project is therefore designed as a 5-year plan to enhance production and marketing of cashew and its byproducts in Nigeria, Ghana, Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire and Benin Republic.
We have a lot of resource base in this country, and I think anything in the agricultural sector, this country can be able to accommodate it.
At the end of the project, it is expected that cashew yield will increase by 10% in the 5 participating countries, and more than $100 million worth of cashew nut will be exported. In Abuja, Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
Governor Obaseki meets Arewa community on security. This and more with Agatha in our Benin Network Center. It's over to you, Agatha.
Thank you, Ayodeji.
A warm welcome to Benin. A command and control center to help Edo people relay issues of security threats to government has been set up. Governor Godwin Obaseki disclosed this after an emergency meeting with members of the Arewa community. Paul Omkago reports.
The meeting with the members of the Arewa community follows a call from the northern governors that their members in the state were being attacked. It says a command and control center has been created to aid all Edo citizens reluctant to volunteer information to security operatives to ease rigors of writing statements.
So we are creating a simpler mechanisms where information can be passed on to us through our command and control center, and then we'll now put in place the appropriate mechanisms to go after, follow the crisis. So, like I said, we have got to rethink security. The Arewa community, as you can tell, are part and parcel of us.
The leader of Arewa community in Edo State says the community will continue to join forces with the state government to fish out criminal elements.
Lies being posted on the social media that Arewa members are being killed in Edo. So as far as I'm concerned, as the Sarki of Benin, who is the head of all the Arewa community in Edo State, I have not gotten facts about these stories being spread on the social media.
A committee to update the state government on activities of herdsmen in various communities and reveal the identity of strangers in their midst was reconstituted in Benin. Paul Mukago, NTA News.
Away from security, the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, has passed a vote of confidence in the acting rector of the Auchi Polytechnic Auchi, Malam Mustafa Zubair, for his exemplary leadership qualities and development strides in the institution within the short period he has stayed in office. Now, this was at the opening of the 2019-2020 Students' Week of the institution with the theme, Work for Real Knowledge. Ifeoma Okafor reports that the acting rector advised the students to always project the good image of the institution wherever they go.
The Polytechnic Week is a week-long program of activities to conclude the academic session. Acting rector of the Polytechnic appealed to those seeking elective positions to play by the rules of the institution.
Holy Week is part of the activities in our calendar, and it's a period where they come together and strengthen their relationship. Election will be conducted. So my advice on that is that they should make the week a very peaceful and a very successful one.
Leadership of the student union government passed a vote of confidence on the acting rector and commended him for appointing one of its members, Comrade Ndatahi Bawa, his personal assistant.
To celebrate with the students here and to also witness their Poly Week, which is an annual thing, a yearly thing. And the arrangement of ground here is encouraging. You know, the rector here, from all observation, is giving the students the necessary and due support, for which he must be commended.
Celebrate wisely. I know that our coming here is not just to come here, celebrate our goal. It's to come here, celebrate, and also have our primary aim, which is our academics in view.
So many students who are giving birth in the 6th, but today's competition, they will be able to know their culture.
Students had the opportunity to socialize before the commencement of the second semester examination. In Auchi, Ifeoma Okafor, NTA News.
And that's it from here. Nationwide returns after this break. Please stay with us.
The broadcast media ecosystem is dynamic and requires continuous training for practitioners to perform optimally. NTA TV College Jaws invites relevant officers to the following specially packaged training programs. Intermediate online news reporting skills. Date 1st March to 12th March 2021. 2 weeks. Studio lighting indoor and outdoor. Date 1st March to 5th March 2021. 1 week. Modern trends in broadcast media marketing. Date 15th March to 9th April 2021. 4 weeks. Understanding public service rules and mastering the art of standard minute writing, reports, memoranda, and briefs. Date 15th February to 12th March 2021. 4 weeks. The course fee for the 4-week courses is 100,000 naira per participant. The fee for the 2-week course is 80,000 naira, while the course fee for the 1-week course is 40,000 naira only. Accommodation inclusive. Venue for all the courses is the serene and secure environment of NTA TV College near Old Government House, Rayfield, Jos. For more inquiries, please call 0803-314-4383 or 0806-980-9807. NTA TV College, Jos, training you to be the best you want to be.
Nigerian youths are about the greatest assets the country has at the moment. It is therefore not surprising that the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari is strategically responding to the yearnings of the youth through multiple projects and programs. Youth Entrepreneurship Support Years by Bank of Industry, the Youth Investment Fund by the CBN, and several other conditional cash transfer programs. Recruitment of 774,000 social workers, majority of whom are youth, and so many other projects that are beneficial to youths directly or indirectly. If the administration can do all this, definitely with a degree of patience and time, it can achieve more. Nigerian youths must come together to say no to terrorism, no to vandalism, and no to all disruptive tendencies. Hashtag Youth for Greater Nigeria. Pacifying the youths, unifying the nation.
From dusk to dawn, 24 hours a day, NTA International is with you in your living room, office, everywhere and anywhere. We provide the company you desire in terms of balanced and up-to-date news, programs, and the best of entertainment. Tune in to DSTV channel 251, GoTV channel 91, Freeview UK channel 264, or you can download www.visiontv.co.uk. App for iOS or Android. You can also see us on Facebook and YouTube for quality content on the go. NTA International, Africa's window to the world.
Although social media as a channel of communication is inherently harmless, it becomes harmful and damaging when used without discretion and thoughtfulness. Bad social media users spread rumors and fake news without verification. But good social media users stop, reflect, and verify information before sharing it. Be a good social media user. Stop the spread of fake news. Verify the authenticity of your source and use social media responsibly for a better Nigeria. This message is brought to you by the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, in collaboration with the National Orientation Agency.
$1,143 new infectious cases of COVID-19 have been reported by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, as at Saturday, 12th of February 2021. Lagos State has the highest figure of 319, FCT 157, Kwara 90, Oyo 74, Enugu 72, Nasarawa 69, Imo 58, Osun 51, and Gombe 49. Others are Kaduna 31, Edo 23, Katsina 23, Kebbi 23, Ogun 22, Kano and River States 19, Ebonyi 18, Plateau 14, Delta 7, and Ekiti 5. This brings the total number of confirmed infectious cases to 145,664. 120,399 persons have been discharged and 1,747 people have so far died. With the emergence of the COVID-19 disease, which has no definite treatments or cure, the social media is awash with what can be termed as the do-it-yourself tips, including suggestions of medications believed to cure, treat, or prevent the viral disease. This development, no doubt, has led to increase in self-medication, which over time become a source of concern in developed and developing countries like Nigeria. In this special report, Justina Etim takes a look at self-medication amidst the COVID-19 pandemic.
Self-medication is a common practice that many, irrespective of class or social status, indulge in. But what are the reasons behind self-medication?
Most persons prefer spending less than going for tests or at the hospital or doing other stuff.
It's economical. 2, I may not have that full time to go for tests and all that, or to be able to foot the bill in the hospital.
In the case of COVID-19, the fear of stigmatization or isolation from loved ones may result in individuals seeking suggestions of self-medication from friends.
So the best thing is that why not approach a medical personnel?
Please, if you have symptoms or signs that are suggestive of COVID-19, immediately go for testing. The testing is free.
Health experts are advocating intensive education of the public on the adverse effects of irrational drug use as one of the ways to effectively manage the COVID-19 pandemic. In Calabar, Justina Etam, NTA News.
It's now time to join Abubakar Mohammed Musa in Maiduguri, where Governor Zulum appeals for more support to tertiary institutions in the state. Abubakar, tell us more.
That's true, Ayodeji. Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. Governor Babagana Umar Zulum has appealed to the Tertiary Education Trust Fund for more support to the Borno State University and other tertiary institutions in the state. The governor made the call when he received the TED Fund Board of Trustees led by the fund's chairman, Kashim Imam, at the Government House, Maiduguri. Mohammed Goni completes the story.
Governor Wagana Umara, who was once a lecturer and polytechnic rector, noted the tremendous support of the TED Fund to tertiary institutions in the state. The governor who appreciated the fund for the high impact allocation to the tune of 3 billion naira given to Borno State University, which he said was set aside for the ongoing construction of teaching hospital and medical college, also requested the fund to provide furniture and equipment to the School of Medical Science and the teaching hospital, as well as intervene in establishment of faculties of engineering and environmental science.
May I also seize this opportunity to express my sincere appreciation to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, President Buhari, for giving us the opportunity to have a federal polytechnic in Mokono.
Professor Zulum advised the fund to invest more on provision of equipment and human capital development, as well as carry the institutions along when citing projects. Chairman of TED Fund, Kashim Imam, said TED Fund officials were in the state to assess ongoing projects and interface with authorities of the tertiary institutions to know areas where they need intervention.
In 10 years, we have more than 10,000 projects across 226 tertiary institutions.
The fund's chairman, who gave an overview of what TED Fund has been doing, also informed that Nigeria Open University Learning Centers will be established in Lassa and Jikwa communities in the states. In Maiduguri, Mahmoud Goni, NTA News.
Away from education matters now, in conformity with the World Health Organization's standard of 1 primary health care center per ward, Borno State government has inaugurated 5 newly constructed health facilities and performed groundbreaking ceremony for construction of 4 additional 50-bed capacity health center. Governor Babagana Umar Zulum performed the inauguration and foundation laying ceremonies in the metropolis. Mohammed Goni again reports that the projects were jointly executed by the Multi-Sectoral Crisis Recovery Project and the Borno State government.
The groundbreaking ceremony for construction of 50-bed capacity health center was performed at Ulari, a community where the state government recently demolished a black spot for illegal activities and used the premises for the project. The governor used the occasion to announce plan to construct road linking the area to the major road. Health facilities inaugurated by Governor Zulum also include the newly remodeled infectious hospital along Kirikasama Road, newly constructed primary health care centers at Baga Road, Njimtilo in Kandiga local government, 777 housing estate, as well as primary healthcare facility at Abuja Talakawa, where a black spot was also demolished and healthcare facilities built for the community. Some of the residents of the benefiting communities were full of praises to the state government for bringing healthcare facilities close to their doorsteps.
We are not only happy with this development, but we are extremely ecstatic. He promised that he's going to build a befitting health facility, and alhamdulillah, he has fulfilled that promise.
Governor Bagana Umara said the establishment of primary healthcare centers in different communities will reduce the pressure on the secondary healthcare facilities.
In compliance with World Health Organization standard, we have constructed many health facilities, we equip them, and most importantly, we have provided health personnel. God willing, we shall ensure sustainability of all these projects.
The governor, who was conducted around to inspect the inaugurated facilities, also interacted with the personnel, assuring them that government will provide all the requirements of the healthcare centers, in addition to deploy more staff, and further directed the local government areas where the projects have been sited to ensure sustainability. In Maiduguri, Mahmoud Goni, NTA News.
And those are the latest stories for now from Maiduguri. It's now time to return to Ayodeji in Abuja for more reports on Nationwide. Ayodeji, do enjoy the rest of the day.
Sally won't be able to take any more reports on Nationwide because we have to take you to the Aba Township Stadium, venue of the CAF Confederation Cup playoff round between Enyimba International and River